legends. Sammy from Sure the Stout Beer Reviews. Got some more English craft beer, courtesy of Adam at Mersey Beers. Yeah, we caught up recently and traded some beers. Good times. Went to some breweries in Melbourne and bars and got pretty loose. Had a great time, and it was a shame to say goodbye. We just spent an arvo together, and yeah, it was great. Anyway, on to the beer. So, one of the big ones that he brought over is a Cloudwater barley wine. It's known as Once Upon a Time in Manchester. It's the number 2 of the series. I think the series had like an Imperial Stout, maybe a couple of other styles. I'll read what it says on the back. It's very hard to read though, so bear with me. Just the wrong colour on the background. Deep malt flavours slowly unfold with each sip, demanding you take the time to appreciate every nuance. So that's the hard part out of the way. It's like red on a yellow background, and it's all reflective. It's so hard to see. Cheers again, Henry. JW Lees have brewed Harvest Ale every year for the past 39 years. It's an honour for us to be able to use their house yeast, a culture that's thousands of generations old, to brew our own barley wine. That's cool. Turning our hands to the classics is our way of saying thanks to trailblazing breweries for the part they played in the rich history of British brewing. I have heard Paul from PA Brew News, who was in my last stream. He'll probably appear in this one soon. I've heard him banging on about Harvest Ale by JW Lees. So, yeah, that's cool. I've got my posh glassware again. It's looking a little bit stained. It needs a good wash. Got to be real careful with these sort of glasses. You don't want to put them in the dishwasher. Please be a banger. Please. Cheers, dude. Yeah, I either call it elegant glass, posh glass. It was really expensive. It's like an American glassware company did a collab with my favourite bar in Melbourne, and they were selling them, and everyone's like, I'm not fucking paying that sort of money for a glass. And I was just like, fuck it, I will. But yeah, I use it all the time. It's awesome. Like, it gives off real good aromas because of the shape of it. But yeah, it can be a bit of a pain to clean just because when you clean them by hand. Let's get into it. So yeah, hopefully Paul from PA Brew News pops up in the chat, and I can tell him about the fact that they're using JW Lee's yeast. So yeah, once again, the colour looks so much darker in the camera. That is ridiculous. So yeah, in reality, I would say it's like an amber, like a dark amber. But in the camera, it looks like it's brown. So the colour's completely off. 2-finger white head, pretty tight knit. As far as the body goes, it's like a little bit sort of murky, but not, yeah, it's not like full on like opaque, or it's just not clean and clear if you get catching the drift. I would say probably medium body. Carbonation fairly low. Let's go with. Oh, multi boy. Yeah, I've had a lot of people saying like soak it in yeah, like baking soda and vinegar, and then use the brushes that parents use for their babies, like the bottle brushes. Apparently, they're really good. Yeah, it's real malty. So I get like huge toffee. I get like a raisin quality, almost like honey, like a sticky sort of honey. Yeah, you get that like dried fruit, like when you have like dried apricot. You're getting like a touch of sort of almost like cereal grain. Yeah, and like a almost like a butterscotch biscuit sort of thing. And there's even like a touch of sort of like a little earthy hint as well. Oh, it smells good. I'm trying to think the last time I had a barley wine. And yeah, 10.5%. So she's going to be pretty big. Rich and smooth barley wine is how they describe it. You can just tell by looking at it and smelling it, it's going to be that way. Yeah, it's almost like a maybe even like a nuttiness. Hmm. Anyway, time for a sip. Cheer! Look at that. It looks terrible in the camera. It ain't like that. Yes. Ooh. It's even got some citrus to it as well. Ooh, here we go. First sip. It's just like linger, linger, linger. Oh, if you don't like raisins, I would say stay away from this beer. Yeah, I get huge, like sticky toffee, like yeah, like dried fruit, like raisins, apricot. Is there such thing as like a dried orange or like a dried sort of citrusy fruit? 'Cause, yeah, that's what it sort of reminds me of. There's a little bit of sort of earth there, um, and like a I don't know, like a little touch of spice as well. Yeah, it's got like a honey sweetness, almost like if you have a biscuit that's got I don't know, like a how would you sort of describe it? Like a biscuit that's got like a honey toffee sort of sweetness to it. I feel like the nuttiness is there a little bit, but it's definitely a multi boy. Sometimes with barley wine, you can get like a slight chocolatey touch, but it's definitely more sort of caramel, sticky toffee. I'm not really getting like bread. I'm getting more like, yeah, like toffee and biscuit. But yeah, I like the fact that you're getting like some citrus fruit in it. It's almost like it's, I don't know, being hopped with, because a lot of beers like this, they'll generally be like noble hops. But it feels like this one's got, I don't know, like a little splash of Amarillo or something like that in it. Yeah, yeah. Cheers, Lee. I said hello to you in the earlier stream, but I'd say you'd sort of popped in before I'd started. Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it? But yeah, very as I said, very malty. Like that dried fruit character is awesome. If you like, yeah, sort of like your raisins, your prune, your fig. It's definitely like rich. There's no doubt about it. And like, yeah, the mouth feels very smooth. Oh, such a good night to be drinking a beer like this too. So, any of yous in the chat, do you know whereabouts JW Lees are from? Like, I know they're British, but I just like I'd love to know like what area of England they're actually from. I know they're like highly respected with their like classic styles. See, another thing I might be getting a little bit of is like sort of like your pear fruit. Oh, God. We can definitely say this one's a winner, Adam, when you watch this back. I don't know if you'd had this one before. I'm assuming you had just because, yeah, I think this was one you picked out. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want a barley wine. If you haven't had it, I would suggest you getting it. Ooh, it's getting colder. She's dropping. It'll be 0 degrees by the time I go to bed. Oh, man. So, yeah, she's a bit quieter tonight. It's weird sometimes on weeknights when you go live. I mean, obviously, because I've got a lot of sort of mates in the UK and the US, you sort of do better times that suit them more. But yeah, lately just with work, it's like whenever I get a chance to do a beer review, I'll just do it whenever. And yeah, it's like yeah, tonight it's like yeah, there seems to be a little bit quieter. Cheers, Ghost. Good to see you, brother. Long time no see. I've seen I chimed into Drewy's, I think, yesterday or the day before, and you're on there, I think. Cheers, Bill. Hope you're well. Cheers, Craig. It's almost like the algorithm said, Sam's live. Let's all join. Cheers, Alex. I'm on a Cloudwater from Manchester. I'm on a barley wine from them. 10.5%. It is delicious. It's very malty. It's got like a sticky toffee and sort of like honey biscuity thing going on. Yeah, like dried fruit. So you're getting like raisin, prune, fig. I'm also getting sort of like some citrus and some pear. It's quite complex, but yeah, delicious. And yeah, at the moment we're in our winter here, so it's a perfect night for a beer like this. It's very cold and wet. Unlike you guys, where it's probably warm. Everyone in the chat here at the moment is probably experiencing warm weather, apart from Matt. And yeah, the color is way off. So it's more of like an amber, like a sort of a reddy orangey color, but in my camera it looks sort of brown. Oh yeah. It's a warm boy. Good to see you, Alex. Yeah. The Midlands is burning up. See, I just want rain because our farmers are struggling at the moment. We've had not as much rain the last few years, so obviously the grounds dry up. And then obviously if you don't get enough rain, they're gonna just stay rock hard and you finally get a little bit, but it's not enough. You need it like a good downpour for like a couple of weeks. And yeah, poor old farmers are having to spend heaps more money on like extra feed or yeah, the prices of hay bales are just like gone up drastically because they're so high in demand. But yeah, we're starting to get a lot of green ground now, so that's good. I live in a very strong dairy farming area, so yeah, it's very important that we get our rain at this time of the year. When the dairy farming industry's going strong, it means my hometown and my area are doing well. So because it obviously rubs off, like farmers then earn more money, they spend more money, other businesses like benefit from that. Cheers, brother. Hope you go well at work. Hope you find yourself a lady. Just start chatting to a pretty lady when she comes in and don't let her go. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Yeah. See, last summer for us wasn't that, as in the summer just gone was pretty good. We got a lot of like nice, consistent weather. We got a bit of heat. Like we got some full on heat, but not too much of it. But the summer before that was pretty average. We didn't get like many nice days. I feel like the UK got a better summer than what we did. Um, yeah, but you just when it comes to the other seasons, you want them to be true to what they're meant to be. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's currently it's still around 3 degrees Celsius. When I walked to work today, I reckon it would have been. It probably would have been about 8 degrees or something. That was in the middle of the day. So yeah, pretty average. I just want it to snow again. We've got like a nearby forest, and it's up like as far as elevation above sea, it's about 500 meters or 600 meters. So if it gets cold enough, you get a bit of snow there, but it's very rare. And it's pretty cool because it's only like 10, 15 minutes from the beach and you're getting snow. Like it's so weird. Oh, yeah, sweet. Yeah, I remember you saying that yesterday because I said something about, being at work and then you said 10 days off. Always good having a bit of time off work, but it goes too quickly. So, yeah, my little dog Jack, when he was a puppy, I'll see if I can find the photos actually. When he was a puppy, right? When he first was in my control, he spent his first ever day outside at the beach. And then 2 days later, in only about half an hour from where we were at the beach, he was in the snow 2 days after being at the beach. It's just like so fucking weird to think. I'll try and find it later. I want to tuck into this beer more. It's good. Yeah, it's like Sweden going in and out of the sauna into the fucking ice lake. Sweden used to do that. Me and my brother when we were younger, when like we'd do family vacations and they had like saunas and shit. We used to like, yeah, we'd be giggling away saying Sweden, and we'd be getting in and out of the spa into the pool and just going back and forth, back and forth. Oh yeah, that's it, Arizona. And then I asked you how far away it was. You said about 5 or 6 hours. Yeah, that's cool, dude. Oh, this beer is incredible. It's just, I don't know. You wouldn't say it's simple because it's not. It's like quite complex and there's a lot going on. But I just feel like it's so well brewed. Or I don't know if you're still there, Craig, but apparently this Cloudwater barley wine has got the yeast from J.W. Lee's Harvest Ale, which I thought is pretty effing cool. And it says here that J.W. Lee's have brewed Harvest Ale every year for the past 39 years. It's an honour for us to be able to use their house yeast, a culture that's thousands of generations old, to brew our own barley wine. I reckon that's so cool. So I was asking where J.W. Lee's are from. Are they like a northern old school brewery? Yeah, it should be hot in Arizona. Whew. 10.5, Bill. 10.5. It's not barrel aged, it's just pure barley wine. Pure English barley wine. So very malty, sweet. There's definitely hop character there, but just an American barley wine at times can be like a huge Westy IPA because they're so hoppy. Whereas this is all about the malts, baby. Yeah, for sure. So the West Coast I had by Shore Shop. That was 6.7. First beer of the night at fucking 11:30 or some shit. And then this bad boy at midnight, 10.5. So I'm back on Arvo shift. I'm doing overtime again, but as annoying as it can be, I have spent a lot of money in the last few weeks, and I've obviously had a good time, but you need to replenish those funds somehow. So obviously working afternoons late at night and doing overtime, and that's good for me. So I will not complain. So if you see me rescheduling streams this week, that's all it is. It's just a lot of it comes down to when I'm getting home from work. So I'm still putting the streams up during the day, just giving rough times of what they'll start. But it could be like way out or it could be pretty accurate. Tonight I started only 10 minutes late, but I didn't get time to sort of sit down, have something to eat, have a shower, like all that sort of shit. I just got straight into it. You want to dance? Shake it, baby. I'll head down to St Kilda, Bill. If you go to Melbourne, that's where it's at. Those ladies on the street. It's like, I know what you're up to, baby. You're not just standing there waiting for an Uber. You're there for a reason. Standing in your big CFM boots and your short skirt and your big bloody fancy handbag. Going over to have a quick chat to cars when they pull up. Yeah, boy. I could smack my lips over this beer all night long. Delightful. I just want Paul from PA Brew News to rear his head into this chat. So I know he loves JW Lee's, and I've heard him talking about Harvestdale. And I'm like, I know it'll excite him. Where are you, Paul? You were here 20 minutes ago. He popped in at the end of my West Coast review, and I said that I was doing a barley wine. If I had said JW Lee's was involved, he would have pitched a tent in his pants. Yeah, boy. Now, you know how Paul loves his old classic English styles? And he's a massive fan of JW. I always hear him talking about JW Leeds. Yeah, well, anyway, they've used their yeast for Harvestdale in this beer. So I thought he'd get a big kick out of that. You though, I think I had a question for you. I can't remember what. He's probably at work. Yeah, cheers, Henry. Always appreciate you popping in. Good luck with your next beats. Yes, here he is. I've been waiting. Been fucking waiting. So, I have heard you speak of JW Lees many a times, and I'm sure I've heard you talk about the Harvestdale. Well, this barley wine says JW Lees have brewed Harvestdale every year for the past 39 years. It's an honour for us to be able to use their house yeast, a culture that's thousands of generations old, to brew our own barley wine. Turning our hands to the classics is our way of saying thanks to trailblazing breweries for the part they played in the rich history of British brewing. So yeah, we got the old JW Lee's house yeast in this barley wine. No wonder it's immaculate. So yeah, I don't know. I've definitely heard you speaking of JW Lee's. I know I've heard like the English boys talking about it, but yeah, I just know that you love your old school English classics. And I've got a feeling you've mentioned Harvestdale and how you really enjoy it. So let's hope I'm right. But this barley wine is fucking spectacular. It's exactly what I wanted. Old school English, sweet, malty boy, toffee, biscuit. It's got like a honey sort of sweetness, slight nuttiness, dried fruit, even some citrus, some pear. I get like a lot of raisin, prune, fig. It's sort of like dried apricot. There's like the citrus in it makes me think that there's like maybe a newer hop, like not a noble hop, like a little hint of Amarillo or something like that. It's quite nice getting that sweet sort of orange in an old school barley wine. Um, it's got like a touch of spice. It is delightful. Yes. Nah, cool, bro. Yeah, just as soon as I seen the name, I'm like, it made me think of you. Yeah, quite complex. I mean, imagine if it was barrel aged. Woo! I could imagine this. I mean, I could imagine a barrel aged in so many different barrels, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not even gonna like. Obviously, I love whiskey and bourbon barrels and stuff, but I feel like this would be special in something else, like brandy or something like that. It'd be, it'd be so good. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's nearly gone. And yeah, the color too. For those that have just joined, it looks fucking terrible in my camera, but it's way off. It's more of like a orangey reddy, sort of like an amberish color. Looks like brown. Yeah, my camera's definitely playing up even more than usual. Wine. Yeah, it would work in a wine barrel, like a yeah, or even a port. But I just feel like a big boozy number, like a even like a rum or something, would be cool. Cog cognac, no, the old cognac, something like that'd be awesome. Yeah, it's more like a I don't know, just seem like on the screen it looks shit, like nothing like what it looks like if I'm just looking at it like this. It's sort of like an orangey reddy sort of color. Yeah, like slightly, yeah, like amberish. I don't know. It's definitely got an orangey tinge though, so I don't know if you can really call that amber. Sweet amber. Mm. See, this is one of those beers. I had the Sure Shot. The Sure Shot was solid. I mean, they're not known for their Westies, and I picked a Westie, so we knew that beer wasn't going to be anything spectacular. I still thought it was pretty good. And then we've got this, which is banging, and it's like, yeah, it's now 12. It's like nearly 12:30. So obviously Thursday morning now, and now it's like I just want to keep drinking. I'm definitely going to have to get some more crushes for the weekend. I might opt for a lager this time. Or should I get a macro stout? Maybe I should get Abbotsford's stout. It's sort of like in the same size like bottles as the old BB, but it's like a low ABV stout. That's awesome. I think a case of it though is probably going to be fairly expensive. Yeah, definitely. Got a bit of a buzz going on. Yes, I will be about. Um, I made a pact that last weekend and this weekend I have to stay home and not going anywhere. So, yes, there will be ales consumed at home from the recliner. and probably fall asleep again like I always do. I'm a bad boy. You thinking of doing a stream, Craigie? One thing I definitely need to make sure of this weekend, though, is that I've got food. Because, yeah, last weekend I got stuck into it early and then it was like, fuck, I hadn't been shopping. I had nothing. Like, I didn't even have milk. I went to make a coffee and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like a black coffee. I want a bit of milk. I had no bread. I ran out of dog food. It was like, oh, what a fucking shit show this is. I need a maid. Oh, yeah, cool. That'd be awesome. Oh, I will be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. What's what song? I mean, what show is that song from? I know Bill will know it very well. I don't want this barley wine to end. So, yeah, while I'm still going, I may as well say another thank you to Adam from Mersey Beers. Cheers, brother. This one was a banger. So, yeah, we've had 3 so far. One that I didn't think was going to be anything special was okay. One that I assume was going to be awesome was awesome. And then one that we thought was going to be all right was pretty average. Yes, he knows it. They were some good teenage days, they were. I think I'm going to give this beer a 4.4 out of 5. It is delightful. If it was barrel aged, it would be even higher. And yeah, as I said, like maybe some brandy, some cognac. Um, yeah, like an old whiskey. Hmm. Very, very nice. As I said, I haven't had just a straight old school English barley wine for a while. So yeah. And yeah, like they had apparently in this series they had sort of old school classics. They had like an old English stout. Yeah, it would have been good to see the rest of the styles. But yeah, massive respect to them. Yeah, teaming up with JW Lees and getting hold of their Harvestdale yeast. That's awesome. You sort of wonder like how much that played a part in the beer and the quality. Um, but yeah, as far as the straight English barley wines go, no sort of no barrel, no adjuncts, nothing like that. Yeah, I hold it right up there. Massive respect. I love the name too. Once upon a time in Manchester. It's just yeah, cool name for a Mank brewery. So yeah, might wrap it up there, I think. Would love to keep going. If anyone's live, I'll join, but I'm certainly not starting my own. Yeah, I might even have something cheeky off camera, see what happens. But yeah, thanks everyone for chiming in. It's been a delight. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, same sort of time. I'll do, I don't know if I'll do two English beers again. I'll definitely do one at least, maybe one English beer, one Aussie beer. I want to keep the English beers rolling on, like drink them as fresh as possible. Yeah, just not sure what I'll do tomorrow. But as far as the Chubbles and the Putties and those go, like I'd rather drink them on busier days, like weekends, do them as a sesh, like side by side, two beers together, sort of thing. So yeah, and as I said, 4.4 out of 5. If you have access to this beer over in England, I would say give it a whirl. It's good. Old school barley wine for the win. I'm out of here. Peace.